Hey guys, apologies.
Wow.
We said, wow, and we was on a roll.
I know.
Listen, I apologize. I apologize, guys.
The cake. Okay, there she go.
I apologize. Oh, believe me, I do. Okay. Where were we? We were talking about Junior got splashed with the water. Okay,
Hmm.
here we go. So we are at the. I'm sorry, guys. This is Problem Child Part Two. Thank you all for joining us. If you're here, please go ahead and hit the like button. We would greatly appreciate it, guys. We do apologize. So yeah, now we're at the fair, and Junior can't ride the rides because he's not tall enough for this particular ride. Trixie pulls up. She got on her 12-inch platforms, okay, and her grandmama's gown because of course you can't see. She don't want nobody to see the platforms, but Junior said, I know how to fix that ass. I got something for you. I'm gonna go in here and turn it up high, turn it all the way up, and that's what he does. And everybody get to ride, and they get to throwing up. Torian,
Mm.
uh, Kay, and then Monique. What are y'all thoughts on? Look at the
He,
daddy face though. The daddy was like,
yeah.
"Please tell me that's
when
not
he
my
saw
child."
that he already knew that Junior had something to do with it. He knows his kid,
Yeah.
so he already knew. But Junior turned that thing up so high that it literally started smoking. Like the thing literally, I'm surprised that the seats didn't fly off the ride, because that's what I was expecting to happen. That thing was moving so fast to it malfunctioned and it started smoking and sparking and everything, and people was throwing up I'll admit, as funny as the scene was, it was very nasty. I
Yeah.
said I can only imagine what it was like to film that scene that day and how much they had to clean that stuff up.
Mm-mm.
And I wonder what they use as vomit.
Yeah, because it sprayed
It was
out like
chunky.
it was liquidy.
Yeah, it was liquidy, but it
It
had
was very
chunks in
liquidy.
it.
Yeah.
I don't even want to know. Look.
And then
Mm-mm, me
I
either.
have
I was like, I had
I,
to look
s-
away.
I
I had to
said
look
that's one of
away.
my biggest. I said that's one of my biggest fears because as me as a, let me tell you, this is why one of the reasons why I like to ride in the front of the roller coaster, because my fear is that someone's going to throw up and it's going to come back at me while we're going down a hill or something like that. At least if I'm in the front, if anyone throws up, they behind me.
right. Yeah. Uh, Kay, what are your thoughts on the vomiting of it all and everybody just it's projectile vomiting? As a horror person, what was this like? Is this in the
That
realm of horror? Like the vomiting, was it gross?
the 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 ride was giving Final Destination because it shouldn't be spinning that fast and everybody's getting sick. It was giving Final Destination at the beginning part 3. And Ben, had you have been paying more attention to your child instead of trying to find you a date, you would have known what he was up to. You should have known he had an attitude that he couldn't get on the ride. And you know when he don't get his way, he gonna do something. But
Mhm.
Ben was chasing ass the whole damn movie. Didn't really know what Junior was up to this whole time. But yeah, when the vomit was spraying, listen, no, I had to look away. I couldn't look at
And
it.
everybody was vomiting. The people that worked, the guy that worked the ride ended up vomiting. The
Hmm.
onlookers were vomiting. The people that ran the little food
Yeah, because
truck was
sometimes
vomiting.
people can vomit on site. Like they don't want to see nobody else vomit, so they start to vomit themselves.
Yeah, because it's a
Yeah.
nasty sight.
It is gross.
Right.
And they before they started riding, but they was riding. They was in there pumping it up. Trixie and Big
Hmm.
Boy. I said, okay, Junior got something for y'all. Baby, Junior had them going so fast. I said, okay, yeah,
And
no.
Trixie got a little blood. Don't supposed to be on that ride. She's not even tall enough
Exactly.
for real. For real.
Exactly. With them SpongeBob shoes on. uh,
Hilarious. And Ben getting on my nerves because he is not catching on to the signs that juniors need his attention.
right. He's definitely not. Because Junior does not want him to date or do anything at all. Like Junior just really doesn't um want his dad out there. He just want him to be with him. And I understand it, but and because of where they came from last, I want to say last season with the first movie, of how Flo treated him, and you left. and how Flo treated you. It seemed like you would be like not wanting to date anybody or even hang out. Not that you don't want to hang out with women or be around them, but it seemed like you just be more like focused on your child because he was a problem child in the first, and you knew he was. It seemed like he would just be more tuned into his child, and not
Hmm.
especially when you first move into a new town. You it seemed like he just would be better at parenting.
But
I don't know.
also, I think on the flip side, Ben was trying to find like a formidable mate, but also a mother figure for Junior, because he
Hmm.
realizes that it was hard for him to raise him as a single dad. So he was trying to find a mother, a mother figure, which eventually he did find
Yeah,
with the
yeah.
Hmm.
nurse.
But
Hmm.
with finding a mother figure, he stopped being a dad though.
Right, that's what I say. Start parenting, like,
Mhm.
Yeah.
Junior.
He did stop parenting. And I don't know what I did with the other pictures of Junior and of the I don't know what my slides went to. I had like 20 of them, push more.
Well,
I
we
ain't
can throw
saying
out
nothing.
well, we well, we can throw out, like we can just throw some stuff out there because I
Go
remember this
ahead.
movie like the back of my hand. Let's talk about let's talk about when Ben, the nurse, Trixie, and Junior all went on that date at
I
the
love
uh
that.
the
The pizza
Italian
place,
spot,
the
the
pizza.
pizza
The pizza
place,
place,
the
Mhm.
pizza
Okay,
place,
okay.
and they
and
saw
then
the
that's
principal
The
there.
and
principal
they
was
saw
there.
and the Peabody was
Yes,
there with his date.
yes.
That was so funny because
Mm,
they did a toast and he saw them walk in because he knew that Junior was a problem, but he also knew Trixie was a problem as well. But we never knew that
mm-hmm.
until that moment right there. He spit that champagne out. He's like, "It's them, it's them, it's him, it's her. They're together." That
Oh,
man
he
was
scared
about to
of them.
have a whole heart attack.
Yeah, he was scared of them.
Way to draw
He is
attention
scared of
to
them. Every
yourself.
time he turned around, his worst nightmare be right in his face.
Hmm.
That part.
But what
And
about
then
when they were at the school when they found out that Annie was Trixie's mom? Because Annie was like, I have a problem, and she was like, she can't date because of whatever. She really wouldn't say because of her daughter, but she was like, yeah, I don't really date like that or whatever. And then come to
yeah,
find out, the little girl was cutting up at the puppet show,
yeah.
and
Oh yeah, yeah.
she was. I said, oh, Ben thought it was
She
was
just tied up the kids behind the puppet thing.
Ben thought it was
And then
Junior,
she
but
took.
hell, it was
Yeah,
Trixie.
he thought it was Junior because he ran up on the
Right.
stage and started to grab it, and then we
Because
found
of
out it
what
was
was
Trixie.
saying. It was
Yeah,
the
what was being said.
she was
And whole time Junior was sitting up in the front just watching it, like he was just like
enjoying
being
it.
regular, enjoying it. And the thing is, because Trixie was mad because the kids wouldn't let her be in the puppet show. So now you're finding out that there's similarities there between Junior and Trixie, but also similarities between her mother and Ben. They both have children that are bad, but they're bad because they feel like they're getting back at people that did them wrong. They're both single
Hmm.
parents to bad kids, and they both are trying to keep the kids are both trying to keep their parents to themselves and not have them date. So I said they're a match. They're perfect for each other when you think about it.
You know what
Oh
that
yeah.
reminded me of? And although I know this movie is like decades later, but it reminded me of the beginning of Step Brothers when the mom and the
Oh
dad was like sneaking
yeah,
behind their
Mm,
back
yeah.
because both of them was just like, I like we don't I don't date because I like my child is like a failure to launch and I can't get him out the house, but I don't date because like there's this problem that's here that I can't get rid of until they both was like, oh, we got the same problem. Like I understand you. Like it reminded me of that, and it makes me think that I wonder did like Will Ferrell take inspiration from
I didn't
Problem
think
Child
about that
2?
until you broke that down. I
I can
said
see
that
that.
that's very similar. And all I think about is when it comes to the is the Catalina wine mixer. Never forget the Catalina wine mixer.
Right. But what about when Ben was in the bed, talking about thinking about Nurse Annie about how she's a nice lady or whatever, and he in the bed, it's like he was in a twin bed. I'm like, Ben, you're too big for that bed. And then the daddy walking out the house telling something, oh, I hope he dates marries that broad, that rich broad, because I can show use the money. I'm like, okay, we are in
Opportunist.
You want
right.
to
We
come
in
up.
two different worlds, and I'm like, he worrying about Nurse Annie, and the daddy said, well, I wish he married this rich broad because I need the money. I'm like, okay, yeah.
Was that the part right there? Oh,
What's up,
because
Aries?
there was a part in the movie
Hey
where
Aries.
Trixie had came. to the house. Like she had ran away from home, and then she had went to the house, and Junior had opened up the door, and she had said something, and I think it was something about that love rock. And then that's when Big Ben had came downstairs and was trying to talk ish to them. They both looked at each other, and they they straight up tackled Big Ben and tied him up, and then went to the love rock. And then that's when they made that wish that their parents could be together, and that's when he said called Lawanda the nasty bitch. He said, I don't want. He said, hope my dad don't marry that nasty bitch Lawanda.
Right.
You know, tell me what happened to this dog. What did Junior do to the dog to make the dog free?
Junior don't need
he
to be around
hypnotized
no
it.
animals.
He
He don't need to be
hypnotized
around
it.
no
He
animals.
he hypnotized it to go after Lawanda, but it ended up freezing the dog.
I'm
The
like,
dog
what did he
Yeah.
froze.
do? Because I thought he with something. He was like, "What the-" and then the damn dog froze. I'm like, what did he do to this dog? I didn't
Yeah,
realize he hypnotized the
he hypnotized the dog because he tried to put a spell on the dog to go after Lawanda, but it didn't work, and he ended up freezing the
dog.
dog. And then he took the dog and picked it up and threw it in the bush.
Right. Don't care about
Oh,
no
that is
dog.
so dope. Hey, Slice of
Mm.
Horror. I'm not a fan of
What's going
horror,
on,
but I am a
Aries?
fan of your content.
Thank you, thank you.
Dope. What's up, Aries?
Sweet.
Let's see if I'm
But can we go back to the restaurant right quick because we
yeah,
left out the whole part where they had a whole food fight in there.
he did.
Like they literally had a whole food fight. I mean, literally. One thing I
The
liked
whole
about that
restaurant.
scene, the one thing I liked about that scene is that up until that point, they presented Annie as a very sweet person, but she wasn't afraid to get her hands dirty because
Mm-hmm.
it started off with Peabody. I think he had threw something there like a meatball or something, and then uh, he someone had threw a pizza at her, and then Annie took that pizza and threw it at her date and had that whole face was leaking with cheese and sauce,
Sauce. Yeah.
and then all of a sudden everybody just started throwing food and everything
Food
like that.
fight.
Yeah, they was excited about the food fight because they were just,
Yeah,
you know, she now had it been Lawanda, she would have been first of all, they wouldn't have been nowhere like that. They wouldn't have been no restaurant like that fooling with Lawanda. But Nurse Annie
No.
was a great fit for what Junior and Ben had going on. Annie was
Hmm.
getting down with it. Yes, she was. She was.
And I like
Yeah,
how the
right on.
kids they realize that they parents are not annoying to one another.
Right.
Like
Yeah,
I
I
don't
think
they
they
mind
like
they
my
each other.
they saw that they both had kind, gentle parents who were patient with them. Unlike,
Mhm.
when you're a problem child, most people look at you with an attitude and they treat you like the principal. Like, I don't have time for this. I'm trying to get away from
yeah.
you. Please get away from me. I'm not finna fool with you. But like, you know,
automatically assume.
but Trixie's
Mhm.
mom and Ben were just like, I know it's just you're just going through some things and it'll be all right. I'm gonna love you and support you anyway. And that's when Trixie and Junior was like, okay, they ain't like nobody else these people done dated. Like, I don't think it can get any better than this.
Yeah.
Ugh.
So we end up getting a part where the two vets or two dog catchers or whatever they were, they came to try to fix the dog. I forgot the dog name. They gave him food called Doggy Chow.
Wishbone.
Who? They gave him Wishbone? Oh, the dog named Wishbone.
I was just throwing the name out there.
I don't think the dog was called Wishbone, but that is the
I was
Wishbone
just throwing
dog.
the.
that is the that is the dog from Wishbone. Oh, you
I
took
just
it
threw it
back
out
with that
there.
one. I forgot all about Wishbone.
I like, yep, that's wishbone.
Oh, that's a
Yeah,
PBS classic for those out there who don't know.
I don't know. I don't know who Wishbone is. But why they gave that dog a can of whatever it was and had a pile of poop and I said, what the hell was wrong with this dog if he backed up like
Junior
this
said
And
is
we
the
so
don't give him
sound that
dog
it
food.
made when it did it was crazy.
Yes,
I'm like,
Junior
wait
said
a
we
minute,
don't
did
give
Yeah.
he
him
really
dog
just
food. He just eat table scraps. He said the dog. He said he just eat whatever we give him. Dog had a crappy diet in general. But he said he just eat whatever. But then again, Big Ben's pet. What do you expect?
Hey,
he ain't showing it no love. So I guess little Ben ate cookies and shit for breakfast and honey buns. 'Cause
basically on his
that's what it
own.
seemed like. I said, and then he told me some what is that? I think the blood from the rabies or whatever. That's where he got the blood from. And he switched it with Lawanda. It was really written in a child's handwriting, Lawanda Robinson, whatever last name is.
Right.
I'm
Well,
like,
hey.
Julia is
And
child.
they was at and
Unprofessional.
yeah, and they had went and they had looked under the microscope, and it was so funny how they
You
animated
like,
the rabies was so bad they was eating on each other
right.
like a
Like
virus or
what?
something like that. I said she had them rabbit rabies. The guy looked at it and said, "Oh, we got to call this in right now." So when they went
Yeah.
and got her, she was eating because she was at the bridal shower and she was eating cake, and then
Ew.
she had the frosting around her mouth, so they thought she was foaming at the mouth, and it was like,
Yes.
"Oh God."
I said they so
Oh,
childish.
she rabbit.
I said, okay, they childish. They are
She
too
was like,
childish.
she said, I am rich. I am innocent. I do not have rabies.
Yes, that was too funny to me. I said,
They
Lord,
had
have
to carry her out there, and they had to literally like strap her down
Strap
to
her
the
down.
bed on
mm-hmm.
her wrist and her feet.
Yes, it was a
But
hot
Ben
mess.
only
Hot
knew
mess.
that lady for 5 minutes. Why are you proposing to this woman?
Yes.
You don't even
Cause
know her
Big
like
Ben
that.
pressure him,
Mm-hmm.
and he feel like he got to find hurry up. He had like he on this uh timeline, this
He needs
quick
money.
timeline to find a mother figure for Junior. It's wild.
Oh, yeah, well, yeah. He needed, yeah, the boy needed a mama. Excuse me. He needed a mama, and Big Ben needed some money. So, yeah.
Hmm.
So we get to the wedding, guys. Okay, you want to talk about what Junior thought was going to happen and then what actually happened? Or we can go back to the love rock first and then go forward.
Yeah, so yeah, Junior and Trixie said we got to take matter into our own hands. They sneak out the house and end up over there with the rock making a wish, a last minute effort to break up this wedding. And first of all, how did they not know them kids was missing? They found them the next morning. What was y'all doing
Sleeping by the
that y'all
rock,
didn't
child.
know freaking Frack was out here sleeping outside?
Hmm.
Police.
What was your antenna?
Exactly. Where was your
Your
antenna
antennas.
Where was your antenna?
that y'all did not
Okay.
know?
Okay.
Whole time, what was you doing? So when it got retrieved their children, and Ben is still like, yeah, I got to go get ready for this wedding or whatever. He wasn't even excited about it, like,
At
like
all.
yeah, like it was just something that he had to do, like he had to go to work or
Something to
something.
do.
Exactly. Not even thrilled. And get up to the wedding, and Lawanda's like, "Gotcha, bitch. You thought you had me, but guess what? I'm rich. Okay, I'm rich. I can do anything when you have money." And Junior didn't know what to do with that because he's like, "I didn't factor in that part. That yeah,
Mhm.
she do got money." But Trixie pulled up. Now, how her feet reached the pedals for this bulldozer, I have no idea. But she
Yeah, she
showed
had
up.
them
She
platforms on, Miss
Get the
K.
SpongeBob
K.
suit on.
platforms. Came in clutch, and
Platforms.
Junior was like, "Hell yeah, that's my dog. That's my dog."
And rolled that love rock over on Lawanda. First off,
It
Lawanda
wasn't
going to step in
nobody
front.
help her. She just
No,
stayed
she
under
no
the
no no
rock.
no no no. Wait, she
She
stepped out in front of
deserved
the
it.
rock. She stepped out in front of the rock and say,
Thank
"I
you.
command you to stop." You command a boulder rock to stop, and rolled her right on over.
Thank you,
And
Torrin,
nobody
because
went over
what the
there to
heck?
help her. I said, y'all wrong as hell for that.
I
At
was
her own,
cracking
And it
up
was
she
on
so
that
got
part.
rolled
and it
over
was so
by a
fun.
boulder at her own wedding.
It was so funny because Annie had came in there and said, "Trixie, I told you about operating heavy machinery." I said, "She's done this before."
Of course, Tracy.
Again, Trixie said,
I
y'all don't know
hot
me.
mess is Chris. And I
Mm-mm.
was here for it because I can't stand that bitch Lawanda.
Yeah,
How she gonna
Lawanda
get a
was the
nose
worst.
job so fast and heal so fast? Get out of here. I
Listen,
guess she got the money.
she had
She
the
said,
money.
she said, I got,
Capacity.
you be amazed what you can do when you're rich.
Yes,
Okay.
okay. That's the type of money I need in my life. Listen, okay. And he was like, what did Ben tell his daddy? He was like, if you want her so bad, why don't you go ahead
So
and
back
marry her?
then,
He
why
was
don't
like,
you go
what?
and marry her? He said, "Cha-ching!" You literally heard that
Exactly.
cha-ching.
Right, the sound effects.
He said, you know what? You're right. Let me go pull her ass from under this damn
Yeah,
rock
let
because
me go get
nobody
this
else is going
bitch
to do it.
butter this rock. That bitch Lawanda.
Talking about I love you or something. I like you. You love me or something. And then
They
she
make it when
started
you have the
kissing.
coin. Okay, Nene. Right. She can do it when they got the coin. Go get another nose job. Okay.
And she fell for all she wanted was somebody to love her. She don't even know this man either. And actually, he don't even
Mm-mm.
want her. He just wanted her
He
coins.
want her money. Yeah, he just want her
Right.
money.
She didn't even do no background check. Then she complained earlier in the bank or whatever about some guy messing her over, like somebody they always sucking her dry with money or
Mhm.
something. Like,
And then
girl,
she had
I
Ben's
think we
whole
understand
file.
what. Yeah, I think we understand what happened with her six previous husbands. They bled her dry.
dry.
I think that's how we. That's what we bought. It. They got what they wanted out of her, and they left her.
They did.
Hmm.
They did.
Basically, that
But
was given.
she had Ben's file. She had Ben's whole file
Hmm.
when he was born to well, how did Julia got a mug shot? And then he had all those everything he had done, the robbery, the
Right.
something blew up, some building blew up or something. I was like,
Oh yeah,
Oh
because when she was looking through the
yeah.
file, yeah, because when she was
Yeah.
looking through the file, she wasn't expecting to see that Ben had a son. And I remember when she saw Junior's picture, she said, "What is that?"
All right. It just lists everything he did in the first
uh,
movie.
yep.
It
Well,
tied that
maybe
in.
God did say he's a funny looking kid, so
Oh,
bitch Lawanda.
girl.
I just I'm gonna start saying that now. That bitch Lawanda.
No, remember in the movie when she one of the first encounters she had with Junior, she had told him that when she married his daddy that she was going to send him to boarding school in Baghdad.
In Baghdad, yes. When
Oh
he tried to say his
yes.
daddy, she said Baghdad. He was not here for it. And you know what? Had they got married, or even if they had dated for an extended period of time or whatever, that little boy would have been in boarding school somewhere. It might
Oh
not have been
yeah,
Baghdad, but he was gonna go somewhere because Ben is just that gullible. I really believe he would have allowed her to send his son somewhere. And I'm like,
Cause she would have tossed
I,
that money around real nice.
mhm. And Big Ben would have made sure it happened.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I really do believe so. But yeah, they, Big Ben and LaWanda end up getting together, and we are happily ever after with Nurse
but
Annie.
don't forget though they put the M80 inside of the cake, and it
Yep.
flew
And
up.
blew it.
It landed
Hmm.
right on top of Lawanda and Big Ben,
Sure did.
and then the dog dropped a piece of dookie right next to it.
A
Right.
piece is an understatement.
This is a
Well,
shitty
yeah, more
marriage.
like a platter, more like a platter.
Hey, Miss Kira. Hey,
What's
hey,
going on, Miss
Hey,
Kira?
hey.
Kira.
Yes.
Hey.
And then we
And
have them walking off.
that was the end.
Flo, aka Nurse Annie, Trixie, Big Ben, and Junior Healy at that. So that's the end of the movie, guys. I do apologize for hitting the end stream button earlier. So we did do Problem Child, the first part on our channel. So please go back and check it out, and then pick up where we finished on this one. But we're gonna go around the room. Tell us what you liked about the movie. What would you have wanted to change? What would you have added? What would you have liked to have seen? There is not a Problem Child 3, but if there was a Problem Child 3, let's just do that. If it was a Problem Child 3, what would you all like to see in that
It is
movie?
one,
It
It is
is?
a Problem Child 3, but
but
it
What?
doesn't
it's
have. But
different. It's different. Yeah.
it's a different
Go ahead.
actor playing Junior because he had already aged out of the role.
But what about
Right.
But
Trixie?
no, she's not in it.
Okay,
She
so
not in
who
it
would
either.
I didn't really care. I didn't really care for Problem Child 3.
I
It's
look.
like it went into
I ain't
a whole
watched it.
different direction.
I didn't even know existed. I
Yeah,
didn't.
exactly. Just like a lot of people didn't know there was a Home Alone 3 past 2. But I actually did like Home Alone 3 though. But I didn't really care for Problem Child 3. I couldn't even remember anything from it. I think I only watched it one time.
Okay. So with that being said, Problem Child 2.0, 2.5, or whatever you want to call it. What would you want to see
Oh
from
gosh.
Junior and Trixie, and then Annie and Ben? We'll just keep it like that on those four.
I would say like if they had continued with the story, I would believe that they were still together. You know, maybe they had another kid, and the thing about it is, this would be the some if they had another child, this would be the cement that bring them together because, remember they don't have kids together. So if they
Right.
had a child together, that would be the glue, I guess you could say. If that was
And
the case.
see would that new child change the love? of for Trixie and Junior. Cause you
I
know
would
when the
bet that
extra
child.
child come.
I would bet that child will give Trixie and Junior hell.
Well, they'll learn from the best for sure.
But so would the children change with Junior and
I,
Trixie?
they probably gonna feel some type of way at first. I'm pretty sure.
Okay.
I would have liked to see it pushed way into the future with Junior having a child and experiencing
Ooh.
everything that he put Ben through.
Mm. Not a
Ooh.
bad
That would be
storyline.
dope.
Right
A
there. Hold
child
up.
with who?
Put
I
Trixie.
don't know. Maybe he get his
Somebody
life
gotta be
together.
no.
patient. Somebody
Yeah,
gotta be patient.
he get
As
he get his life
Trixie.
together, get on a good path because now he's got a good person in his life. He get on the
okay.
straight and narrow and get his own family and stuff and be like, I was, I might have been a little, problem when I was little, a little troublemaker, but he good now. Got him a little part of the family business with Ben and whatnot, and get married and have his own child. Or you know what would even be better? A stepchild that gave him
Oh,
hell.
demon seed.
Mm-hmm.
Mm-hmm.
Mm.
Keep on repeating. I
Okay.
can lose my voice.
Yeah, I would like to see Ben. I mean, not Ben. Junior and Trixie in their teenage years, like in their like how they would be as teenagers. I would like to see that. I would have. Yeah, I
How
would have
they would
liked.
navigate high
Or
school.
Yeah, how would it
or
navigate high school? 'Cause
or here's
they just-
another thought that they could do. Like, okay, imagine like let's say even go even further. Let's say that it's a part where Junior and Trixie are college age, like they're going off to college and they're coming home for vacation and they find out that Ben and Annie had a child.
ooh, and what they would raise a child to be a bad child, or how would
Mm-mm.
they
Or
make it?
have be on Christmas break dealing with their new
And
siblings.
it would be good because then they can go on like a summer vacation because I noticed
Mm-hmm.
that the Problem Child movies always were when they was in school. They never did one when they went on vacation.
That's
Can
true.
you imagine what a Problem Child vacation would look like? And it don't even
Problem
matter
Child
where they
Christmas
go.
holiday.
Right.
He'd be looking like the Adams family for sure.
Well, that's that on that. I like those thoughts. I wish they would have kept the original two in the third one, but I didn't even know there was a third one, child. So there's that on that.
I mean, it still
Me
had
no
like
too.
a few. It still had like a couple of characters from 1 and 2 and 3. It's just not the kids. Just not or John Ritter.
Okay,
It's
so if
not
he
like
see if Ben ain't in it, Ben, Trixie, and Junior not in it, and there's nothing to watch. Why did y'all?
Yeah,
Why did y'all make that movie?
you really don't have to watch it.
Yeah,
Right, you don't have
I'm not.
to.
I'm not. I'm gonna keep what we said in our head, in my head, and let it play out. But that's that on that. Let me know what y'all got going on in y'all channels, and we're gonna Mo, Kate, and then Tori, and we're gonna be out of
Yeah, just make sure you subscribe and yeah, hit the notification bell so I don't know. Oh, sisters tomorrow. Sorry. Forgot. Sister after show tomorrow. We usually go live after the episode of Tyler Perry's Sisters on BT. So yeah, that's
here.
it
All
for
right,
now.
okay, bye.
Turn your notifications on. Halloween season is on the rise, so a lot of spooky content will be coming. But right now, we do Wednesday on Thursdays, covering that. You can find a lot of Marvel content, DC content, Eyes of Wakanda, Fantastic Four, Superman is up there. Um, Weapons review, Together review is on the channel right now. So yeah, make sure you turn your notification bell on. Uh, got planning what I'm gonna do for spooky season.
Okay, I saw those black vampires up there. I said, "Oh, they're nice looking people."
Hmm.
I'm just afraid of them.
Gonna do some throwbacks this Halloween.
Oh, and Torian, what you got?
Uh,
Who you who
Yo,
you didn't who you didn't who you didn't lock up this weekend?
well, tomorrow, well, I have two videos coming tomorrow. One of them is going to be on this person out of New Mexico who, for whatever reason, and it really is one of those whatever reasons, he ended up taking out his Uber driver. His reasoning, because he had to let off steam. Like literally, that was the reason
What?
he gave. Yeah. So he just basically took out his Uber driver just because. And the other one tomorrow, one of our beloved HBO series called Astray for no reason, The Wire. So you know I had something to say about that.
Okay. Who? How did he catch a
Who did the
stray?
strike? Right.
This one person, I don't know, it's some person, it was some person on, some person with a blue check on Twitter said something, and they mentioned, they brought up The Wire, then they brought up Barack Obama, then they brought up Trump, then they brought up Crump. You already know where I'm headed with this.
Okay.
Yeah,
All right.
Yeah,
that's all I'm
What time
like.
that's dropping?
that's at 5,
Okay. And what
Okay.
about the Uber drivers?
at 11.
Okay. All right. Okay. Yeah. You got my wheels turning. And Tori will do that to you. You know, he be talking about stuff I ain't never heard, and it'd be like, okay, these some problem people. Okay, these people are
Yep.
crazy. And he give they behind the business. Okay. Um, but for me, what I got going on tomorrow, sisters at 10:15 Eastern Standard Time. Wednesday, I am hosting. Oh gosh, on Thursday, I'm hosting Wednesday, season 2, episode 3. So please be there for that. It's called Call of the Woe. So please check that out. I mean, please join us for that.
It's
Me, Miss
definitely gonna be a
K,
war in there.
EJ, and I think Tamika and Tika D, from All Things Ruthless. And then Sunday we'll be doing All the Queen's Men. So yeah, and then we're back again for, it won't be Problem Child 3, I tell you
Oh
that.
no.
We'll be doing Mikey, and I hope y'all enjoy me for Mikey, because Mikey is a piece of work, okay? And if nothing else, guys, we're gonna be out of here, and we will see y'all later.
Peace.
Bye.